If you're trying to divide and delegate financial roles, whether it's in your business, your relationship, or your household, these apps can save you from stress, confusion, and even potential financial disasters. Most people overlook this stuff, but I've worked with teams and partners where not having clear financial roles led to real problems. So, here's what I wish someone had told me earlier. Before we dive into the tools, there's something important I'll share toward the end. It's a mindset shift that makes these apps way more effective. So make sure you stick around for that. For the first tool, I always recommend Monarch Money. When you're trying to split up roles like budgeting, investment tracking, and financial planning, it's the only app I've seen that allows you to assign visibility and control. You can let your partner or co-founder track spending without giving them control over investments, or vice versa. That separation of powers is critical in both marriages and startups. Monarch's UI is clean, collaborative, and actually built for households, not just solo users pretending to collaborate. Now, if you need to assign tasks and keep everyone accountable. For financial decisions, like making sure bills are paid, receipts are uploaded, or savings targets are met. Notion. With a finance template beats most traditional finance tools. I used this during a client engagement where multiple department heads were involved in budget decisions. Notion let me build a dashboard where each person had a dedicated section, so no one was stepping on each other's toes. It's a low-friction way to turn vague responsibilities into clear actions. If you're running a small business or working with a remote team, then File is a game changer. It streamlines expense reporting, credit card reconciliation, and policy enforcement. But the real win is role-based permissions. You can make sure your marketing head sees only ad spend, while your finance manager gets the full picture. In my agency days, this would have saved me so many hours of back-and-forth emails and expense spreadsheet nightmares. Now for something less known. Zeta. It's designed specifically for couples and co-managed finances. What makes Zeta powerful is its real-time sync and role-based financial planning. One person can be in charge of managing subscriptions, the other focused on investments, and both stay on the same page. I used Zeta when helping a couple rebuild their finances after a major layoff. It's simple, non-judgmental, and surprisingly powerful for planning together without micromanaging, if you're in a more corporate environment or managing multiple stakeholders. Tiller Money. Linked with Google Sheets is worth your time. You get all your transactions piped into a spreadsheet daily, and then you can build views for different roles. CFO gets one sheet, project leads get another. I used Tiller in a startup where we had to constantly pivot our spending and needed everyone looking at a real-time dashboard without giving access to sensitive accounts. No other tool gave that level of granularity and transparency. And finally, Splitwise. While basic, is still undefeated for tracking who owes what in shared living or project settings. I've seen it used effectively by roommates, travel groups, and even co-founders splitting early-stage expenses. The secret is to combine Splitwise with a monthly check-in ritual, which I'll explain in a second. Because here's the big thing I mentioned earlier. Tools only work when roles are clearly defined and regularly reviewed. That's the piece most people miss. What makes these apps powerful is when you treat them not just as tools, but as part of your delegation system. Set roles, review them monthly, adjust when life changes. That's how you actually build trust and prevent resentment over money. Every app I've mentioned helps with dividing and delegating financial roles in a different way. Some focus on tracking, others on planning, and a few on accountability. Use them together, not in isolation. And unlike a lot of videos recommending apps, I'm not incentivized by affiliate commissions. That means you're getting actual insights, not just affiliate bait. If you got value from this and want more content without hidden incentives, hit subscribe.